This is Nowhere Profit. I actually streamed it pretty recently on PC, but I noticed that it just came to Game Pass, and so I started playing it again there because it's a really cool game. If you haven't seen my previous video of it, the basic idea of it is it's a lot like Hearthstone. Sort of the mechanic, the way that you're got an escalating amount of energy and cards representing creatures that fight for you or characters that fight for you in this case. It's that structure of Hearthstone, just the way that the basic card playing game mechanics work. It's pretty familiar if you're a Hearthstone player. But this game has got a roguelike structure where you're actually building your deck over time, and it's a survival game. Each of the cards in your deck represents an actual character who, if you get them killed, they're dead forever. So it's this weird combination of this kind of stuff we do in State of Decay 2, and also card battlers and deck builders. So it's this weird game, and it's all set in this Indo-futuristic world that is not. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. So I'm a huge fan of this game. So if you didn't see my previous video, I want to play it again so you can see it again and realize that if you've got Game Pass, this is available, no additional charge. You should check it out. So I'm partway through a game. Right? Where's the right place to stick my head so that I'm not in the way of the UI everywhere? Maybe bottom left is a good spot, at least for now. Okay, so I'm partway through a game. I think I've just beaten a boss, and so I'm settling here. Excuse me. I'm sort of taking a break in a nice big city that's got a lot of amenities, so I can prepare for the next leg of my journey. So I've got a convoy. Actually, inspect convoy. Let's do that. All right. So we're carrying a bunch of equipment here that we can use. Actually, you know what? This is the confusing part. Let's not do this right now. Let's look at my deck. Okay, yeah. So this is what we want. So this is my deck of followers. So each of these followers is a card, and you can see that each of them has got Hearthstone-like stats. They've got an attack value, they've got a health value, and they've got special abilities that when you play them, certain things happen. Like this Harpy, for instance, has Taunt, which means that they have to be targeted first, and they're actively protecting you in combat. A lot of these concepts will be familiar if you've played Hearthstone, which I think a lot of people have. So I'm not going to explain all of it right now, but over here on the right, this is my actual deck. The red highlights are for characters that have been wounded in previous battles, so I'm going to remove them because they're in danger of dying permanently. And then I'm going to replace them with other characters like this Harpy or this Sapper that are not wounded. You'll notice they've got a lovely little graphic down here in the bottom right over there. They tell you what costs, like basically what the curve of the different costs of cards you have is. So if you're too heavy over on the 6, 7, 8 side, then you're not going to be able to be very effective in the early game. And if you're too light, if you're too light over on the left side, you're not going to be able to be very effective. So I've got a nice little bell curve there. It's cool. I think I've got a pretty decent deck, so I'm going to leave that alone. I've also got my own my main character here. She's got her own deck of special powers that I can use in combat. So it's like your power cards versus your monster cards. And so while I'm here, you get very few opportunities to like sort of heal up and rest. This is a survival game. You're on a journey and you're trying to basically survive from one end of the journey to the other and beat a boss. And so you'll see down at the bottom of the screen right below me here, I've got wounded characters that represent these cards that I can't use right now. So let me just heal some of my followers real quick. I actually did pretty well this past leg of the journey. My characters are not all that wounded. So I had 5 doses of healing that I could use, and I only needed to use 3 to kind of get almost up to maximum. So that's good for me. Let's look at the market. Looks like I'm running low on food, so I'll need to buy some food for the next leg of my journey. Let's see if there's anything I need to sell. Yeah, let's sell this. I don't have a slot for it. Let's sell these valuable metals. And then maybe I can buy some food. How much food can I buy? This is too expensive, but I'm pretty close to being able to buy it. Maybe I can sell one more thing. The thing is, I have another slot for an extra weapon. So do I want to buy this much food, or maybe I want to buy a weapon and then less food? What are my weapon options here? So this is, it'll give me some extra armor. That'll be good. What's entrench? Oh, I can get a power that gives me even more armor. You know what? Armor is one of the best things you can get for having your leader survive from point A to point B. So I'm going to buy this. Let's buy this armor. And then, oh, wait, I can't afford anything. I didn't look at the price closely. All right, well, hold on. Maybe I should sell... I'll sell these herbs and spices because I need to have some food if I'm going to survive. So let's buy some fruits. Now we've got a decent amount of food. Let's recruit some followers too if we can. Let's see, anybody worthwhile here? Ooh, a character with a lot of health and taunt. And they destroy all constructs. Yeah, let's grab this person. And let's add them to my deck. So, okay, so let's remove somebody who's got a similar cost. Let's remove the Hunt Mistress and put in this person. Okay. Cool. And then while you're stopped at the city, you also get the chance to play through little story segments. So let's try this one. So, the ziggurat was open for travelers, but we had to lay down our weapons. When we told the guards that we were operators, an official invited us into the palace. The richly dressed bureaucrat brought us to a larger tower in the center of the former prison with sumptuous views of the rest of the ziggurat. It was lavishly decorated with golden silks and carpets, as well as a small army of slaves ever busy to keep it tidy. We were brought to a hall and instructed to wait, as someone from the royal family lineage would receive us soon. An older man, dressed in expensive black silks, greeted us and brought us to a conference chamber with a giant wooden table. A crystal statue of the Raj stood on the table itself. The man, a distant cousin of His Holiness, told us of the ziggurat's greatness. Then we were asked, rather directly, if we were willing to conduct a mission for His Holiness, or if we could spare a strong warrior for the Raj's forces instead. So, this is a slightly weird moment here. It says, leave Walk to the Raj. Who's Walk? Walk is the name of one of the characters, who's one of my cards. And I can leave them, but I'm not sure who they are. I think maybe that card that's pictured up there, I think that's the Harpy that I just added, that I was actually pretty excited about. So I think I'm not going to leave them. But it's tough that I don't think I've got a good way to, like, preview which character this definitely is. So let's ask about the job instead. This is a delicate matter, my friends, the royal cousin confided. We would need you to deliver some weapons. The local political climate needs change. The tension in the room swiftly ramped up as we realized that we had walked right into a cabal aimed at overthrowing the Raj. Shall we try to overthrow the Raj? Let's try it. A helpful slave girl guided us back to the ziggurat's entrance. Then we were shown to a supply container at the edge of the market. The girl told us to distribute the weapons that evening in the market's slave quarters, an area that had seen quite a lot of tension in recent days due to food shortages and the guards' malice. Yeah, let's arm the slaves. After sunset, we met yet another contact near the slave quarters, an elderly veteran servant. He showed us the way to a small gate in the fence nearby. We were instructed to carry the weapons to a barracks. If a guard were to discover us, we would show no mercy. Okay, so I've got a character here who qualifies to give me a special action that I wouldn't normally have. I don't know which character that is because all they're showing me is the picture. But yeah, so normally I would have to say sneak in, and the chance of success would be unlikely and something bad would happen. But because I've got Maitri can sneak ahead with a 100% chance of success. Okay, so we arrived at one of the larger barracks in the center, exploring an alternate delivery route at the back of the building. We found some loosely attached planks that could be shifted to one side, and eager slave hands peeked out of the opening to accept the delivery. Alright, so I get some faction with this group called the Altruists, and that unlocks, if I have high faction, that unlocks stuff later on. I've been collecting a lot of Altruists. You see I'm up to 25 up there at the top of the screen. Okay, so we leave. Alright, so we played through that story. We got some Altruist faction. That'll be helpful in our journey. Let's look at the cells. To our surprise, entrance to the ziggurat was allowed, though we had to leave all our weapons at the door. We were told the entire complex used to be a prison before the fall. Here in the former cell blocks, the more influential citizens had made their homes, all inside of the main control center that was now called the palace. Let's explore the area. Ooh, we got some extra scholar faction. We took a stroll through the area. The living quarters were quite small and mostly created by joining together several former cells. And while I'm reading this, I'm realizing that I forgot to update my stream info to say that I was playing, not Dead in Vinland, but Nowhere Prophet. So let's update that real quick to make sure that I'm not just lying to everyone. Nowhere Prophet. Okay, there we go. Nice and updated. All right. Oh, and Shane Brimson had just reminded me of that, actually. So thanks, Shane. So anyway, our attention was suddenly grabbed by an argument between a man who claimed to be a Trueborn Raj guard and a youngster who had only recently joined the ranks of the guard. Apparently, the Trueborn could trace their lineage all the way back to the pre-crash prison times. So I get the sense that this world, that this is a colony planet, and that this was settled by a crashed starship, probably from somewhere in the Indian subcontinent, and so you see like a lot of Indian cultural influences in this world. It's almost exclusively Indian cultural influence, but you know this world has got kind of a post-apocalyptic feel to it. Like this is a society where you know high technology is known and it's part of their history, but it's not you know. The people today are scavenging for technology and treating it like magic. Or actually, more appropriately, they're treating it like religion. So our convoy set up camp just at the edge of the settlement in front of the ziggurat. It was a diverse mix of tents, stalls, wooden barracks, and even some houses built from hardened clay and scavenged materials. There was ample space around the entrances to the ziggurat, where the guards kept watchful eye, and the slaves were sold to the highest bidder. So we could visit the gate. The main gate was a large metal structure, part of the entrance to the cell blocks. This was also where the slaves were bought and sold on wooden platforms. So I can sell my own people, which means I think that means that I'll lose 20 random cards. Not worth it at all. We look for work. We walked up to the tax collector's office and politely asked the scribe if they had any work for us. Yes, indeed, we always have too much work here, and the Raja's forces are not always on hand. You can either assist one of our tax collectors or help us retrieve some slaves who escaped. Not a big fan of slavery. Let's help the tax collector. The scribe marked the location of our mission on our map. Okay, so we've got a mission on the map. That's nice. Well, you know what? We've been in this city doing unconventional parts of the gameplay for too long. You haven't even seen what this game is about yet. I hope that if you were bored by this, you skipped ahead to the point where we're about to join the actual map. All right, so I'm pretty deep into this run. So I can choose which of these routes to take. This seems like a high-tech zone, and I did just get a character who's good at fighting robots, so let's go this way. Am I right about that? Let's see here. Machinist workshop. The stronghold will be challenging, good preparations necessary. So machinist, yeah, so I'm betting that this is going to be a lot of robots. So let's follow this route. So Divine HQ just showed up and had nice things to say about State of Decay 2. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming in and telling me that. Okay, so here is the actual game. Your run consists of several trips across maps like this one that are giant node graphs. This is an unusually large one, actually, because I'm so late in the game. I'm headed towards this. This is a boss battle that if I beat it, I'll win the game. Or at least I'll win this run. So now I have to decide what my route is. So this is the mission that I just unlocked in the city. So I kind of want to head this way. It's probably a particularly rewarding trip. There's also a camp here, and I've got a couple of healing doses that would be good if I got that far. So I think I want to head this direction along the south. Though there are some kind of attractive things going on up here too. But yeah, I think I'm going to go along the southern route. So let's start by heading this way. So it costs me food and hope. Those are the two resources you see ticking down in the upper right. If I run out of either of them, that's bad for me. Our journey was abruptly halted by the yelled warnings of our outriders. We reached for our weapons. Suddenly, the enemies were upon us. Okay, so here's a battle. This is sort of the heart of the game. So I can edit either of my decks before battle if I want to, since I know I'm fighting a level 6, whatever they are, machinists. But I'm not good enough at the game to actually plan well enough ahead for this. So, okay, so it's telling me these are the cards I'm going to draw. Unfortunately, it's also showing me that I'm not going to be able to afford to play any of them, except for this one, that blue 2 in the upper left-hand corner. That means I can't afford to spend it, but the rest of it to play it. The rest of these no, so I'm going to discard all of these to start and draw new cards, and hopefully more of them will be playable. Oh, of course, I had to draw some 6s. That's great. Okay, well, I've got fewer options for what I can play. I've got 3 energy this round, but each turn the amount of energy I have is going to ramp up, just like in Hearthstone. So I can only play one of these cards. This one's useless until I've got a minion out there. I could do 2 damage to the enemy immediately, or I could put this recruit out there. they can disable an enemy, and they've got decent health for early in the game, early in the round. So, early in the game. So let me, I'll put them out and save that shot for the next round. Oh, one thing I can do. So I've got this power. What does this power do? Hold on. Gotta remind myself. Double their life points. So I've got a character that can stun people, and I give them double life points so they can attack multiple times without getting injured. That seems actually pretty valuable. Normally I actually use that for enemies, for characters with taunt, but I don't know. This is an early battle in this particular run, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so let's see here. What are my options? Again, drawing all of my high energy cards for some reason. So I've only got the one. So I can actually mulch these cards to get new ones. Oh wait, actually, what was that? When you scrap a card, a random attack card in your hand gains +1 damage. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I could scrap more cards. Oh, these are 2 taunters though. That's pretty good. But oh, and I've got a leader that can gain armor too. But I forgot to equip the weapon that I bought for this leader. I'll have to do that later. So I could scrap another guy, but I think what I want to do is use this shot that I just leveled up to kill that taunting enemy. And then I've got 2 left to bolster this follower, and then do 2 damage to the leader. And end his turn. Okay, they're playing a sniper. Snipers are super annoying. So most characters, so you can see out here on the map, in Hearthstone, when you're playing your minions, they just go out onto the table and position is meaningless. This game has got positioning. So you'll see, I place this character on the front line. That just means they can attack. It's great. Whatever. But only the front character typically can attack. So if you put a character behind a rock, they can't attack, and they also can't be attacked by other minions. Snipers are special. Snipers can attack when they're under cover, but they can't be attacked. So that's super inconvenient. They do 4 damage, so they could do 4 damage to my leader, which would be very inconvenient too. So I think I'm probably going to put this monk out here with taunt, which means that the sniper will shoot the monk will do damage back, and then they'll be in much worse shape. So I think I'm going to do, yeah, let's do that. Let's put Taunter out there. So now, if this guy attacks, let's see here, she'll have to hit him instead of anyone else. Another option but this one, yeah, so I can't attack the sniper with this character. So one thing I can do though, I can bolster them. So this character's just getting tougher and tougher. And I'm just gonna keep attacking the leader. Let's see here. So Shane just pointed out that just asked me about hope being a resource. Yeah, so basically, long term, you've got 2 survival resources. One is hope, the other one is food, and you gain them in different ways. You kind of scavenge in the world for food. Oh, so they leveled up their sniper so they could take out my taunt in 1 shot. Dang, that's too bad. Yeah, so food you collect by you can buy it, you can scavenge it. Hope you can also kind of buy. You get these items that you can sort of spend to get combat advantages and bolster your people's hope. So the 2 of them work slightly differently, and you have to be on the lookout for 2 different resources to keep them up. So, so keeping your people feeling good, feeling well fed and feeling good is sort of your challenge on the overmap, and then managing, their health here is your challenge during the battles. Okay, so we've got 2 characters who are hiding. This guy's not a sniper, so he can't attack me. So he's not that much of a threat right now. This person here is a minor threat. This person's gonna drive me crazy. Luckily, okay, so I've got burst fire, which means I can actually damage an entire column of people and take out the snipers. That's probably the best use of my power right now. Problem is, if I do this, I'm gonna have 2 extra. I've got 6 energy this turn, and so if I do this turn, I kind of can't do anything else. Everything else is more costly, so that feels kind of weird. But one thing I could do is let's scrap this guy. Ah, dang. Okay, we leveled up this. Okay, so we scrapped a guy. And now I've got an aimed shot that only costs 3. Then instead of taking out the entire column, it just takes out the character I care about taking out. So, and now I can still afford to place another character. So let's place another character out here. Neither of these characters has 1 health, which means that this character, as she stands right now, can't kill either of these monsters. So that's good. So I've just placed her. When people arrive, they're exhausted, so they can't actually attack the first turn they arrive unless they're very special. But, okay, so now I've got a decision. Do I want to take out this enemy, or do I want to take out the leader? I think that because this character does 3 damage, it's kind of wasted on this character, and this character's not much of a threat, so I think I'm going to take out the leader. And end my turn. Okay, so they're going to play another sniper character, though they're not buying cover, so who cares? Move him, but when you move him, you can't also attack. So it looks like they're just trying to save up to have a lot of ways to threaten me all at once. What? You just directly damage me? Lame. But I think I've got a benefit on this leader that means that whenever you damage the leader for the first time, I draw a card and make it cheaper, so that's cool. So let's see. What's my best move here? So the enemy... Actually, you know what? They don't have anyone out here with taunt. I've got characters who can do a total of 5 damage. Leader only has 4 health, so I kind of don't care how many minions they put out there. This character gives my leader armor whenever she attacks, which is nice. Let's just win. The enemy's gate is down. So I got some food, that's good, and something I can sell later. I took 2 damage for the profit, and I have 1 injured card. So the dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. Alright, so I had that 1 injured character, so let's take them out. That's the warrior monk, one of my taunt characters. So I should grab somebody else with taunt, probably. And having, clearly not having enough cheap cards was a problem for me last time. So let's remove some more high level cards. I drew all 3 of these early in the game. That was kind of a random thing. But let's at least remove one of these. Let's just get rid of the Forerunner, they're not that interesting. And then add another cheap card. Deal X damage to random enemy, where X is the untouchable strength. So 1, unless I level them up. Let's grab a 1 or a 2. Let's see here. Oh, here's a 3 that has taunt. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Alright, so you see, I've got kind of a different shape to my sort of energy curve there. But I think that's pretty decent. Alright, so let's keep moving down this southern path. Ah, what are you? Like that. A crossroads. May find trade goods here. Okay, cool. At a clearing, we found the corpses of at least half a dozen travelers, apparently torn apart by beasts. We buried their remains, but also relieved them of their valuables, since they weren't in need of them anymore. Okay, so I've got some stuff I can sell. That's cool. Oh, another thing I forgot to do is equip this ballistic shield. So now, when I go into battle, my leader's going to have more armor and the ability to gain armor over time. Like during battle by spending energy. Okay, so let's complete that mission that I went on from the town. Prophet, coughed Mar. My body aches more with each passing day. My eyes won't keep enough light in them to finally see the wonders of the crypt. Please, Prophet, let me find the glorious death of a warrior fighting by your side. Your words honor you? Mar nodded in acceptance and returned to their place in the convoy. Okay, so Mar wants to die by my side, huh? I should check that character out. We were to serve as the guards of a tax collector as he visited a nearby small settlement under the protection of the Raj. It was surrounded by wooden walls where guards would watch for any approaching troubles. The settlement's chief awaited us at the gate. Collect tax. The chief admitted to us with a choked voice that he couldn't come up with the full sum until next week. This caused a great deal of anger for the tax collector, who ordered us to take 3 children as compensation for the missing part. The local guards wouldn't do it since they had family living here too. Nope. Much to the tax collector's surprise and anger, we refused. This is slavery, we want no part of it. The tax collector had to accept that part of the chief's money for now, since he wasn't able to catch children himself. So now, man, we are maximizing our altruist points here. Alright, so now, you never quite know, like, sometimes these paths end in dead ends, and you don't quite know how they're going to join the main path after you've pursued them, but it looks like this is the way we're going to go. My hope and food are plummeting pretty fast. I'm nervous here. The quiet of the road was broken by the yelled warnings of our outriders. A gang of cultists was fleeing their way toward us, laughing. Their leader's screams rose above the noise. I have seen your death in my dreams, Technopath. You will meet your end with me. Alright. So, let's begin the battle. Alright, characters. Okay, so again, we've got cards I can't afford. I basically just always kill the cards I can't afford up front. There's always going to be plenty more in the future. There we go. Now I can afford to play everything. So what do I want to play here? So I can draw more leader cards if I play this one. So, okay, so the last character who delivers the death blow in a given hand, basically in a given game, in a given battle, that's the word I'm looking for, they get bonus attack for the next time that they're in the game. So this hermit gets more attack than he usually has. So I could just... Oh, these are just drawing a convoy card? That's boring. So let's grab... Okay, Shock Recruit was pretty cool last time. Let's place them here. Let's grab the hermit. So both of these characters are a little bit OP, which is nice. Oh, 1 damage to all. So I'm glad that all my characters have more than 1 health. And that my leader was armored, so I didn't take long-term damage from that. And what else are you doing? A worker. Who armors the hero. Okay, the leader. Alright, so if I do the Spark Shaman, they'll deal 1 damage to everybody, just like that attack that the leader did. Which might be fine, actually. Because I can... Wait. Yeah, so, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to... Wait a minute. Maybe I'm not going to do it this turn. Because... No, yeah, let's do it. So let's bolster this guy so he's no longer at 1 health. Let's deal out a Spark Shaman, which will damage everybody and eliminate that follower. And then let's attack with both of these people. Now, letting them both get down to 1 health is dangerous. I'm probably going to lose somebody. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so far, so good. If they're destroyed by a follower, that follower suffers damage. Let's remember that. That character's got a revenge on them. That's going to be bad. Whoa, 4 armor? What? Super lame. Okay. So, if destroyed by a follower, that follower suffers. But I don't have to kill them with a follower. I can kill them with this. Let's do that. This guy's got 3 health. So I can kill him with this guy, but because he has 2 attack, he'll do 2 damage, and this guy can't take 2 damage. So, kind of debating what I should do here. One thing I could do is sacrifice my... I could consciously sacrifice my hermit, which then opens up this more damaging character. That might be the best move, honestly. Okay, so I'm going to sacrifice my hermit. What that does is, the hermit dies in this battle. They're not really dead, but what they are now is injured. And so, if I were to bring them in... So, when a character's injured, that means they lose health. And the next time you bring them into battle, they're cheaper, which is cool. But if they die in the next battle, they're dead forever. You lose that card. It's just gone. So it's risky to willingly sacrifice a character like that. But now I can take out all of his enemy's armor. do some damage to them, and then I've got 4 left. Well, let's draw a scout, and then shoot this guy. So, okay, it should not be hard to win the next round, but let's see what this guy deals out. If he's got a taunt, for instance, that can be harder. Alright, not too scary. What? Okay. Well, now I can actually be more damaging, so I don't know what he thought he was accomplishing there. Alright, yep. So, didn't do much. You are dead. Haha. And I got some... Okay, good. I got some food and some hope out of this, so that's great. The dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. Okay, yeah, so I got some more food. I'm getting low on hope, so let's look at my convoy. Okay, so I've got a couple of things here. So, edible oils. So if I share this with my people, they'll gain hope and also have this effect. So at the start of combat, so I'll draw an extra leader card in the next combat. So let's do that. So I share it with my people, their hope went up to 45, and now next combat, I'm gonna have an advantage. Let's look at my deck here. So let's get rid of this scout and the hermit who got injured, and grab some other cheap cards. Another hermit and an initiate. Alright, leave camp. Alright, next. So now I decide what route I want to take. So I think, let's go here. I'm not sure what this is. Teacher's Shrine. Has an active market. Okay, cool. I got some stuff to sell, so this would be ideal. Oh, okay, it's a teacher, so I can learn new leader cards, but I don't have any money. So let's sell some things. Some plant fibers, some more plant fibers, some valuable metals. And so I could just buy more food, which I probably need. Actually, yeah, you know what? I don't feel like I need more leader cards. I need food. Let's buy some. And notice the bread, I think it looks a lot like naan, doesn't it? I mean, you can sort of see the Indian influence in everything that's here. Okay, cool. That was a good use of a marketplace. So I can go to a camp, which means I can use some of my healing. I've got enough followers in enough good shape, though, that I probably don't need to. So I think I won't. I think I'm going to skip that camp and just sort of save my food and my hope and take a more direct route. The path ahead was blocked by barricades. A band of feral warriors, sporting primitive weapons and bright decorative scars, were crouching behind it. We also spotted some of them lurking on either side of the road. An audibly nervous voice shouted from the barricade, demanding a tribute for passing. No. Because I don't have it. Alright. So yeah, all of these are affordable, so confirm. And let's see here. So I like my shock recruit. This guy's got taunt though, that's pretty good. And I've got some good stuff to use next turn here, so when this fellow attacks, I can bolster my armor a ton with this person. And I kind of, so usually they're not probably gonna be able to attack next turn, so I don't need a taunt out there. The character that's got the more interesting attack that gives me fringe benefits, they're probably who I want attacking earlier in the game, so put them out there. Got an initiate. A scout. Wow, okay, they got a pretty serious armor here. Oh, whoa, 8 damage to the enemy leader. Not bad. Man, I wish I could do enough damage right now to just take him out in one blow. Alright, let's see here. So, okay, so I can heal all friendly followers by 3. Okay, so if I attack with this person, take out the more damaging character, that puts armor on my hero, then I can play a battlefield healer, heal them back up again, so at least this character in vanilla mode is not going to do enough damage to kill them. I got 1 point left. See, what does this one do? Oh, gain 4 armor. Huh. This one is doubling a follower's life points. Let's double this one, just because I'm pretty sure she's going to get attacked. So what are you going to do? Ooh, 1 damage to everybody. Sweet. Including their own guy. Well, that's good. Again. And then, okay. Oh, yeah. I didn't put my taunt character out there, so, yeah, my leader's a target. Okay. So, what now? I can still do 8 damage to enemy leader. And I can... Oh, I can win this turn. So let's bolster. And then... hit the leader. Hit the leader again. And disintegrate the leader. Wow, that disintegrate card's good. Got some food, got some hope. It's nice. The dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. Cool. Next node. Right next to the road, there's a huge motor wagon that had apparently broken down. A small group of scavengers were already working on it. They gave us hostile looks since we came closer, trying to make a show of brandishing their feeble weapons. So, let nobody snarl at them. What that means is, if I had a beast character in my caravan, it would say the name of that character instead of nobody. It would say, let so-and-so snarl at them. But I don't have that character. So I can threaten them, or I can just move on. Let's just move on. Leave them be with their car. My hope's getting low. It's getting pretty low. I should do something about that soon. Purchase valuables with food? No, I'd rather purchase food with valuables. Recruit followers? I don't have any money. Let's just stay away. Oh, I could probably... Can I sell stuff? Not really. Alright. One thing I should do, though, is use some of this stuff. So let's see. What is this one? At the start of combat, gain extra energy cells. That's really valuable. I should save that for a bigger fight. What's this one? Oh, extra combo cord. Yeah, let's share this to get my hope up. And leave camp. Okay. Then we've got a camping spot. We noticed a strange smell in the air. Eventually we caught the cause. An entire section of forest on the other side of the valley was on fire. Luckily, there's a large river between us and the fire, so we could enjoy the wild spectacle of the flames as they burned all night. And we gain hope from that. That's hilarious. Getting hope from a giant wildfire. And speaking of fire, here's camp. Okay, so I don't need to heal my leader, but I can heal my followers. Actually, do I need to heal my leader? Hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, I can level up. No, I can't, because that costs batteries. Costs currency. Oh, my health is 35 of 40. I don't really need to heal my followers, but let's max out my leader. And then leave camp. Okay, we're getting low on food again. Hopefully I'll find some out here. Just off the road we encountered 2 figures who sat in the dust. They held up empty bowls, their blank expressions and hollow cheeks indicating that they were close to starvation. So we can invite them to join us. I'll lose some food. But we've got a big fight soon that hopefully will have some big rewards. So let's invite them to join. So we get some more altruism points and a warlord, an injured warlord. Charge and first strike. Oh, that's pretty powerful actually. But they're not super useful with their if they're injured. So we'll hopefully look for a chance to heal people. And yes, tasty berries. Alright, so I can either have this battle, then another node, then the boss. Or I can go here, what's this? A village, an active market. I mean, I got no money, so it seems like this is the best move. We're just about to hand out our food to our followers, and one of our guards raised the alarm. When we rushed to the camp's perimeter, we found a group of scrawny figures that must have been attracted by the smell of cooking. Food, we beg you. Just a little bit of food. You know what? Oh, we could recruit them. I don't think I'm going to need them, though. Let's give him some food. Ooh, and we got altruism points and money. Cool. The reason I didn't mind giving up my food is I just realized I've only got a couple more steps left, so I don't actually need any more food than I've got. Fierce gunfire erupted along our flanks. We dove for cover and returned fire, willing to stop the unknown aggressors with whatever it took. Alright. So I think, let me make sure, do I have any wounded characters? I don't. Alright, well let's begin battle then. Okay, let's kill the cards I can't afford, except this is one of my most powerful cards. I'm leaving that one even though I can't spend it right now. I'll use it right now. Alright, my turn. I can do this and this. Yeah, let's do it. Wait, what is this thing here? Luxury cash. Oh, so I gain a luxury item if I attack this thing. Sure, why not? Let's put these two out here. Not likely to be in much danger. First turn of the enemy, so 2 damage. Oh, okay, never mind. He is in danger. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, so they're trying to protect that thing. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so... not extremely valuable. Craftjacker seems more valuable. Target follower gains, oh, a bunch of attack, but loses a bunch of health. Do I want this? Probably not. Let's, okay. So this hermit, if they attack my leader, they'll do 1 damage to the leader, but that won't amount to much. So I could attack this guy, take him off the table, but if he attacks my mob, he'll just die next turn anyway, and 1 damage isn't that much, so yeah. Let's use this attack on the enemy instead. Drones and constructs. Why do I have this out here? I don't have any drones or constructs. You know what? Let's do that. Alright. So I can put a crash checker out there. I already attacked with that one. I'll want to gain some armor. So maybe I'll put this one out here. And then I guess I'll just draw an extra convoy card. Alright. So let's see what they do with this hermit. Another hermit. They're really trying to move that treasure box to the back line, aren't they? Blinding spray, blackout, and 3 damage. Well, I don't even know what blackout is, but 3 damage was enough. 1 damage to the leader. Okay. So each time a leader's taking damage, they're drawing a card and having it be cheaper. So that's kind of nice. Wait, so I can do 6 damage with that character and 8 damage. That's a ton. And they're not set up to do a ton of damage to me. Or, let's see what else. Oh wait, so whenever the Union Sapper attacks, my leader gains armor. So, let's see here. What's the best way to... So next turn I can probably take that person out. So let's just put a low-level taunt character here to protect everybody. And wait, what does this one do? Double their life points. Yeah, let's double their life points, and then put another sapper out there. And now we got more than enough to kill the enemy next turn. What does that guy do? I didn't look. interesting. He's trying to kill that himself. Alright, I think we're good here, so now this character can do 6 damage. This character can do 2 damage. And Disintegrate can do 8 damage. And they're gone. The dead bodies littered the area. And now I got plenty of new stuff here. Trouble. Pathhead was blocked by barricades. You know what? I don't have much use for this money right now. Let's pay the tribute, move on, just to avoid getting into trouble. Okay, we're low on hope, but that's fine. Come here. How do I get to the... There it is. Alright, let's... Because we're about to go to the final boss battle, let's share this very valuable thing that's going to give me extra energy cells at the beginning of combat. Let's have a look at our character. Okay, so we've got some characters to remove. They're both early game characters, so let's... There we go. The next battle's a boss battle, so definitely having a bunch of high-level cards in my deck is a good idea. See, are there any, like, just completely ridiculously invaluable cards here? I've got... These Union Sappers are nice. They give me so much stuff. Let's just put more Union Sappers out there. I love me some Union Sappers. So I got 4 Union Sappers in my deck, which is perfect. Exactly how many I need. Oh, and I've got a Taunting Warrior Monk there. I should... Yeah, let's make sure I've got plenty of taunting available. Okay, I think that's what I want to go into battle with. And here comes the boss. Let's see how we do. We came upon the wreck of a large modified transporter sitting right next to the road. The vehicle looked in good condition and wasn't gutted yet. Who would leave a treasure like that just sitting next to the road, Lotus mumbled. Investigate. The vehicle itself was empty, but there was a great deal of spare parts so we could harvest some engines. So batteries, machine parts, none of it useful because I'm right at the end of the run. That's it. We're almost at the end of the road, I announced. I'd arrived at the foot of the massive mountain range. Somewhere halfway up, I could see the entrance of the crypt in my mind's eye, a gate outlined in blue light. Scouts reported that on the path ahead there was a camp of the Scions of the Dreaming God, who had made this mountain a place of worship. I gave the signal to abandon our vehicles and attempt the ascent at first light the next morning. So, I should say the story of this is, my character is a prophet who, basically, there was like it seemed like a falling satellite, made contact with my character, like psychic contact with my character, and gave her like a vision that sort of granted her this status among her people. Like her job was to lead her people across the desert to a place where there was some promise of some great event, you know, left by sort of the ancient technology that we're going to find. Whatever, I don't know. It's kind of mysterious, but yeah. So I'm here. I'm finally arrived at this destination, whatever it is that this sort of like ancient technology is leading me to. And now there's a bunch of Scions. Ooh. So I could get into a fight here, except I've built up so much altruism, I can get some help. So it says, with the gate's key clear in my mind, we approached the foot of the mountain. As predicted, we came upon the... So I think I've got a key in my head that'll let me unlock this crypt. It reminds me a little bit of Borderlands, that we're trying to unlock some ancient crypt, but whatever. As predicted, we came upon the cultist camp that blocked the deep gorge that would lead us upwards. The neatly organized settlement next to a creek was crawling with armed cultists. In the middle of it, were the ashes of a large pyre. Okay, let's do a distraction. We were so close, and even though it was a suicide mission, many were willing to give their lives to let the rest of us could break through. I think it's a typo. Walk came to us with a small group of followers. Let me do it. I can draw them out with fewer men. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. So I lose these characters. The distraction went ahead as planned. The group attacked the camp and drew back. The cultists gathered all their forces and pursued them eagerly, leaving the approach unguarded. We continued along the path etched in my mind that was still leading us up the mountain. The way ahead was narrow and occasionally adorned by the markings of the cultists. We had already climbed for several hours when we saw a column of thick black smoke rising from further up. This could only be a signal to the other cultists in the region. We continued carefully up the handmade steps, advising the rearguard to be wary of any potential trouble. The sun was already approaching the horizon in the west when we came out of the canyon on the plateau. The air was thin and harsh winds were blowing. Here there were even more of the cultist symbols painted onto the walls of the sheer cliff. Down at the foot of the mountain we saw a crowd arriving, rushing toward the canyon. We rushed up the path toward the location that was both where our signal had led and where the cultists had established a crude shrine, built upon a platform of solid concrete. I knew the gate was within. "You trespass on holy ground. Die," a voice echoed from the dark. Then we were attacked by the fanatical guardians of the shrine. Alright, let's attack. Huh, this guy doesn't look too tough. He can't possibly be the final boss, can he? Let's look at our convoy deck, make sure that... Okay, so the 3 characters I lost were characters from my actual deck, so I need to replace them. I need some early, cheap characters. And it's actually probably not bad to use some of my wounded characters. They'll be cheaper and yeah, and losing them, I mean, doesn't mean nearly as much. So let's grab this maybe. And the shock recruit. Okay. Not the most balanced deck still, but again, this might be a long battle, so maybe this is okay. Let's begin the battle. So yeah, not surprising that I drew some expensive cards. Okay, so I've got 4 energy, which is unusual. Usually you start with 3 energy because of that those things that I shared with my group. So I could just use both of these, or one of them anyway, on the enemy, but I don't know. I don't think I want to do that just because I don't know what they're going to deal out here in terms of minions. So if I waste these, they could be valuable later. So instead, ooh, blast. Ooh, so she has damage to the neighboring people, and she can hide. So okay, yeah, let's hide back here, and then I can put armor on myself. That seems more valuable. She seems pretty well protected, so let's put armor on me. And we'll end the turn. Alright, so they're armoring up 2. Oh, what? Wow, that is a powerful move to be able to use so early in the game. And now they've got as much armor as I've just gained. Okay, well that didn't go as well as I'd hoped. Okay, so that's a pretty powerful card, but yeah, that's it. That's a pretty powerful card. Let's just put it out there. Okay, so they're going to deal out another card next to that one. And that card's going to get taunt. And it's a sapper. Freaking sappers. I love sappers, but only when they're mine. Okay, so I can take that sapper out by raising the attack of this character, attacking, and then also shooting them. So I think that's what I'm going to need to do. Let's raise their attack, have them attack. Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, when I take... So I took damage because I didn't thought about it. I was thinking of the bully's special ability kicking in when they got attacked. But actually, even when they attack and take retaliatory damage, still their ability kicks in and they get rid of the enemy card. Well, that's cool. Good to know. So I could. This thing is going to be doing a bunch of, basically adding a bunch of health to their minions. So maybe I should take it out and then just draw a convoy card. But I don't know. I can protect my leader with another Union Sapper. That feels like that might actually be more valuable. So let me do that. And then draw a convoy card, because why not? And my turn. Okay, so that character, if they're destroyed by a follower, does damage to them. So, ugh, that guy. Okay. Ugh. That's kind of ugly. I'd love some burst fire right now. Okay, so what can I do here? I think I can target this one. But I don't need to right now because she's hiding behind the rock. This guy is a little bit more of a serious situation. Oh, if I attack him with the bully will take a little bit of damage, but then he'll be removed entirely. That sounds pretty good. Or, oh, here's another thing I can do. Okay, so let's have her do more damage. So now she takes him out entirely and then cancels the other card? No? Ah, dang it. I thought her ability would get rid of this one behind him, but I guess that's not what happens. Well, I can either attack him or get this stupid thing off the field. Let's see here. That looks like a pretty powerful character. The problem is, I don't have a lot of frontline space here. She's pretty great, though. Well, if I need to... Oh, I didn't realize those were constructs. Of course they were. Well, great. That was a good move. So if I need to next turn, I can have my, what's her name? What is she, a sapper? Is that what she's called? Yeah, I can have my Union Sapper destroy this obstacle and then reveal her. So that's probably a good move. For now, let's just do some damage here, add some armor to my leader, and we're good. Phalanx, no, that's a lot of health it has. Though again, the bully attacking will get killed, so that's not good. And now they reveal their taunt, so I have to deal with the taunt first. That's fine. Even if I use all of these direct attacks on this phalanx, it still wouldn't die. Great. Okay, so I can reveal my taunting character, which will be helpful. Yeah, let's do that. Let's reveal my taunting character first off. Then let's double their health and hope they don't have another card that can just annihilate entire characters regardless of their health. Do I have a good way to take this guy? I mean, I could use the bully on this guy. No, I can't. Let's see here. Okay, if I use aim shot on her, take out the taunt, then I can expend my bully on this guy, taking him most of the way down. Then I can use this to take him the rest of the way down. That will spend 4 energy. I'll have 3 left, which means I can spawn some more characters. So, yeah, that seems right. Okay, so let's detaunt. Let's expend my bully. Oh, great. I thought that if she got killed, she wouldn't do that move. That move is confusing the crap out of me. I never know when to expect it to work. Okay, well then I don't have to expend an extra card to take him down. So, okay, yeah, so let's put this guy out here. Or gal. And we're good. Fanatic. When receiving damage, deal 2 damage to your leader. Okay. Sacrifice them. What? Oh my gosh. Right. Well, that was a nice combo. That was pretty cool. Well, I mean, he's got nothing else for me to attack but him, so let's just do that. He's got a bunch of armor, though. What else can we do here? At 9. I've got 9 energy and almost nothing to spend it on. So let's see. So they're going to be attacking probably my cheapest taunt. So let's put somebody behind him who does significant damage. Let's, I mean, I don't know. Put that there. Just put everybody out here. Why not? And I mean, these are so valuable, but I don't want to waste my energy. So yeah, I think I'll expend these, even though they can be really valuable against followers, because, you know, I guess making progress on the leader isn't bad too. That can save me some future turns where I could have taken damage. 1 damage to everyone. Sweet. What else you got? Phalanx, of course. 2 energy left. Shield. Sacrifice. And get a zillion armor? Okay, great. And this kind of sappers me with even more armor. Okay. So, I don't have a lot of options here. I guess I can... This seems like... I want to save the Neural Shiv when I've got a tougher character out there. This is the character that can take the Sap Rat and still live. And that means I want to get rid of this character. Let's move him out of the way. So let's do that. Attack her. Let's get all of... Okay, so now that I've got this taunting character exposed, let's move my other taunts to have my more damaging cards be available. So I can use them both on the leader, and then let's throw another taunting character out there, and then bolster. I mean, I can bolster any, but let's bolster this one just because they're a particularly valuable one. And I've still got 6. I mean, I've got 6 energy and just nothing to do with it. That's frustrating. Where are all these 6 value cards that I was drawing earlier? Okay, there's the guy I probably want a Neural Shiv. Or wait, no, maybe the sniper. Okay, first off, let's draw a Convoy card. There's got to be a fancy one. Okay, here's a taunt. Nice. Okay, so let's... What should I do here? I want to make this Phalanx go away, because he's going to do a ton of damage to somebody. How much? So I could do this. And just take him off the table. Can I do enough damage to him, though? I mean, I'll be wasting some taunt characters if I do. So I could do 3 damage with this, and 3 damage with that, take him most of the way down. Waste these 2 characters, but have enough to replace them. You know what? Let's do that. Let's burn some characters. Taking this guy completely down. I can easily... Okay, so this character is going to shoot somebody and do 4 damage. But if I've got these taunting characters out here... There. And then... I think that's all I want to do. Still not making much progress against that leader. If they keep adding armor to themselves, it's going to be rough. Wait, who's this guy? Signal Bearer. At the end of the turn, if you have armor, lose 1 armor and gain +1/+1. So the enemy's going to start consuming their armor to make this guy tougher. Well, that's not good. 8 damage to enemy leader. I can take out all of his armor. I can add to my own armor. Okay, so it feels like I can attack this guy with this taunter, but she'll lose a lot of her health. Might be worthwhile anyway, though. And I can protect her with this one. So, yeah, let's take this guy out before he gets any tougher. Then I'll sacrifice this guy to this guy. Let's do... So I could make this move, and he will also die. But now this other taunt character is revealed, so that's good. I'll put out my Union... No, wait. Let's wait on the Union Sapphire. Let's do a static charge. All my characters have at least 1 health. I have at least 2 health, so... Let's take out their sniper, though, and do damage to the enemy. Now I'll put out my Sapper. And... Disintegrate. All their armor's gone, more health damage, and, I mean, I can do this anytime, so I'm just going to save it. Funny how this one battle is taking longer than all the other battles combined. Like, this enemy, even though they didn't start out with a ton of health compared to the other enemies, like, they were just kind of in the same normal range. He had all these powers that the other previous battles didn't have that really let him amp up his capabilities. Alright, so... Let's raise this. The leader gains armor. This follower heals 2 damage. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. Okay, let's have this character... I'd love to take this character out. What would I have to do that? Oh. No, not quite. You know what? Maybe it's fine to leave this character out there, actually. Maybe it's better to just devote all my energy to attacking the leader. Bring out the combat engineer. And that's it. What? Oh, revenge, deal 1 damage to enemy. So if I kill that character, everybody takes damage. Gain 4 armor. What? Why did that character gain taunt? Why did that character... Did I have a special ability I didn't remember? Weird, this guy gained taunt. Alright. Okay, so like... Okay. Target follower gains +4, -2. Absolutely. Okay, so boom, and then boom, and then boom. Yes. I only lost 9 characters. There's nothing between us and the gate anymore. It was a giant door made from a strange dark metal set into the mountain. Old and faded markings have been painted over the cultist decorations. The entire place was kept immaculate by the scions, candles, and small bowls by the scions. Candles and small bowls of incense surrounded the gate. As we came closer, a small screen inlaid into the door awoke, displaying strange and scrambled signals, fragments of words and pictures. The dreaming god had sensed us. I guess I got 12 scholar. Yeah, okay, so if I've got enough faction in any of the categories, I can inspire my followers. We gathered everyone and explained to them that our joined efforts had brought us to this gate. Whatever was ahead of us, we would overcome it together. The crypt was only the beginning. With the power within, we could help the world. People would come together as a community to overcome these dark times. Convoy unlocked the explorers. So, I think, yeah, so I've just unlocked a different style of leader, style of convoy. I don't even need to heal my leader. I can just use all of this to heal my followers. Let's explore the area. So yeah, so when you first start in a War Prophet, you only have one type of convoy available, but as you win runs and stuff like that, you actually you unlock different leaders. So you can start with a different deck, start with a different set of leader cards, a different set of starting equipment, and so the game changes over time. So it's kind of like Slay the Spire playing with different characters, which is kind of cool. The time had come to enter the crypt. The giant metal gate loomed in front of us, set into the raw rock. The small screen mounted alongside it was still flashing letters and pictures. Sometimes it went dark for a long time before suddenly flaring up again. I held the key given to me in my mind, but I knew that I alone would not have enough power to bring life back to it. It would take the will of the combined convoy to make the gate move again. Open the gate. We gathered at the gate, my right hand pressed against the cold metal of the door, my left holding Callisto's hand. Everyone followed in joined hands. Now is the moment, friends. Concentrate on the gate. So I'm going to have to wound a couple of people. There was a long moment of intense silence, twinned with a tremendous feeling of exhaustion permeating all of us. But then the gate smoothly parted in the middle, its two halves gliding into the wall. At last, the crypt was open for us. The gate opened silently. Behind it was nothing but shadow. Stale old air slowly drifted out toward us. As if the crypt sensed our presence, light slowly boomed into existence, revealing a tunnel curving downwards. The walls, floors, and ceilings were fashioned out of flat, shiny panels. As I took my first step into the crypt, I could feel the entire complex slowly awaken from its long slumber. It was as if the walls themselves were machines humming in my mind. And from deep within the crypt, I could hear hints of a familiar voice, a sound like the one coming from the heart of the fallen star, but it wasn't speaking clearly, at least not yet. Leave camp, continue your journey. Oh, I forgot there's a final level. Well, it is way too late at night for me to do this. So, okay. So I took a lot of damage from that boss battle. And so I thought that maybe I was at the very end. Certainly, I like the fact that they unlocked the next convoy there instead of making me win all the way. If I got that far, they gave me credit and let me have another convoy type, which is cool. But yeah, it's too late at night for me to try to continue here. So we are going to wrap it up. But that's No War Prophet. If you haven't seen it before, I'm not surprised. It's not the most well-known indie game, but it is really, really well done. Again, if you like Hearthstone, Slay the Spire, it's kind of basically a combination of those two. But you also like, permadeath, community management, that kind of thing. Like, it's got all of that stuff. It's a nice combination of lots of different kinds of games that I like, and I'm just really glad that somebody made it. Plus, the world is so just fascinating and unique. So definitely encourage people, especially if you've got Game Pass, you can go grab it at no additional charge. It's also available on the Switch. It's available on PC. I've got it on all of those platforms because I love it so much. Anyway, so with that, we'll wrap it up. and probably go to bed.